Phoenix, December 1994. 9-month-old Alicia Stansel went missing. Her mother, Toni Stansel, had a hard life. After the Air Force, she struggled with drug use and turned to prostitution. 24 years ago, Toni gave her daughter to a friend, saying she just needed a few days to clear her head. The child was passed on from person to person until she ended up with police, her identity unknown. When Toni came back 2 days later, the baby was gone. She went to jail soon after and didn't report Alicia missing until March. But the information was never connected. Toni was found murdered that same year.
Without that one and only witness, I'm very limited in how to proceed with the investigation.
Then in 2014, a young woman in Connecticut showed up at a hospital. She had no ID and didn't know much about herself. The nurse found it suspicious and looked online for missing people. She came across this age progression photo of Alicia and called police. Police took her DNA for testing. 3 years later, the test came back a match. Alicia had been adopted and now goes by a different name. Her grandmother, Frances Ford, says Alicia wishes to stay out of the spotlight, but says the two were able to meet in person. She says Alicia's life has been complicated and confusing. She wishes to one day have a close relationship with her.
I would want the world to know that these are the things that can happen to kids, and this in every story is not a happily ever after, and it doesn't mean that they came from somebody who didn't want them or didn't care. And I don't know how I could get around it, but I would still want that to be known.